Welcome to the podcast, and today we want to dive right into opportunities. And one of the things we wanted to talk about on the opportunity front is something that I don't think we talk about enough, which is how rare real opportunities are. And for some of you, maybe think about this when it comes to hiring talented people, right? Talented people are not going to come by nearly as often as we might think. And in fact, I find that a lot of people lull themselves into thinking that there's more talent out there than there really is. In other words, we find somebody and we start telling ourselves stories about perhaps how talented we think they are, when all proof in terms of their track record, references, all of that kind of stuff says, no, they're just not that talented. So we got to recognize the fact that opportunity is rare. That's first and foremost. Number two, we have to prepare for them then, right? You're only going to get these swings as it is a few times. So if you're not taking time to prepare for the opportunity, then you're more likely to miss it when it shows up. So what does that actually look like in terms of preparing for opportunity? Well, first, when it comes to hiring, let's take a look at that. You've got to already know the hiring process that you're going to follow. If you don't know the hiring process you're going to follow, you're going to more likely miss opportunities, because it's not the time to learn a hiring process isn't when you have a talented candidate in front of you. You already need to know it. So hopefully that makes sense to you in terms of the preparedness piece. The other thing is you've really got to be clear about the vision and where your business is going. Again, it's not time to figure out where your business is going once you have a talented person in front of you or once you have a business opportunity show up, right? The time to do that work is well before then, so that you're prepared for that opportunity when it shows up. Next thing when it comes to opportunity is your circle of competence. And we've talked about this a little bit before. Your circle of competence really speaks to the stuff that you know that you know. So it's not that the opportunities are so rare, it's that opportunities are rare within your circle of competence. You can't know frickin' everything. It's just not how the world works, right? You're going to have a finite knowledge where your knowledge is ahead of everybody else. It's going to be in a tight area of particular expertise. It just is. So you've got your circle of competence. So one of the best things you can do when it comes to opportunity is recognize what is your circle of competence and where does it end. A lot of people get into trouble when they don't recognize the end of their circle of competence. They think they know something, and so they take on what looks like an opportunity only to find out 6 months or 6 weeks or 6 years later that back then they should have recognized that that wasn't something they really understood. There were so many aspects of it that were unknown to them because it was outside their circle of competence. So take the time to really understand, what are you great at? What is your area of expertise? And if the opportunity comes up that isn't within your area of expertise, you just have to go pass, next. So keep that in mind when it comes to opportunities. One of the best concepts I've ever learned about opportunity in the world of business is from Warren Buffett, and it's the fact that there are no called strikes. So what do we mean by that? Let's unpack that a little bit. When you're playing the game of baseball, you can literally go up to the home plate, do nothing, and still lose, okay? You can go up to that plate and have ball strike, ball strike, ball strike get pitched, and if you don't swing the bat, eventually you're going to be out. But in business, that's not how it works. We can look for our sweet spot, right? We can wait for that fat pitch that is within our circle of competency, that we've prepped for, that is a real opportunity for us. And we can let a lot of other pitches fly by, and we haven't lost anything. There's no fear of getting struck out because we didn't pull the trigger. So wait for when that opportunity comes. Know that they're going to be rare. Prepare for it. It doesn't mean you're sitting back on the couch covered in a sea of Doritos. That's not what I'm talking about. We still need to prepare for them, but don't force the issue. It's okay. They're rare, right? Talent's not going to walk through your door every day, but when they do, now's the time to act. So one of the things I want you to think about is, especially any of us who are in the world of sales, one of the things that a lot of salespeople know is that it's great to sell to a salesperson because we like to buy into this stuff. So one of the things I want you to be aware of is that if somebody is constantly coming to you with opportunities, again, they're rare. So if they're forcing the issue to sell you opportunities consistently, by definition, there aren't that many opportunities out there. In other words, it can't be real, right? This is a rare commodity, rare talent, rare opportunities, right? By definition, for it to truly be a great opportunity, it has to be rare. Otherwise, it's just everyday business. So if you've got somebody in your world who's constantly coming and knocking on your doors going, hey, I got another one, hey, I got another one, hey, I got another one, I don't think they really understand what a true opportunity looks like. So I would guard yourself against that, especially if you're somebody a little bit like me, where, you know what, a good salesman, I tend to buy into it because I'm also a good salesman. So I just like the art of it. I like the skill of it some. So watch out for those. Those should be a red flag. If you've got somebody who's constantly selling you on, here's the next great thing, that's probably got their interest at heart and not yours. And then lastly, and this is probably the hardest part about this whole conversation, is when an opportunity comes that is within your circle of competence, and you've prepared for it, and you've really set the vision for your company, and this opportunity is within alignment of it, now you must act. Because you're not going to get a lot of these kinds of swings. When your fat pitch does come, you gotta swing. You can't hesitate in swinging because of fear of failure, fear of what will other people think, whatever it is that tends to hold you back. You can't hesitate in that moment because it could be literally years before that next opportunity comes. So preparing for the opportunity is probably the best thing that you can do, so that when the opportunity comes, you swing, you really go for it, you really attack it. And again, for a lot of you, this could really look like, hiring that next great person for your organization. For some of you, it could be landing that next great client who's not going to be one piece of business, but they could be 40 pieces of business a year for you. Are you preparing yourself for that? When it comes to attracting opportunities to yourself, to your business, whether it be talent, clients, you name it, the clearer you are about the vision and direction your company is going in the next 3 to 5 years is going to act as a great filter around whether that opportunity is something that you should pursue or not. And when you've got real clarity around that, being able to make that decision in that moment, live, real time, is one of the best ways that you're going to be able to actually grab those opportunities that are rare. They're rare. It's okay. They should be rare. Prepare for them. And when they show up, act on them. That's what it takes, right? That's what it takes. That's what it takes. Here's a thought that I've had recently, and I think there's some memes out there on this and that kind of a thing, but it's everybody wants to be a lion until there's lion stuff that needs doing. And that's what I find is the truth about an opportunity, right? Everybody wants to think of themselves as an entrepreneur, as a great business owner, as a CEO, this, that, and the other thing, until that moment comes where you actually have to risk it all, gamble, and jump on an opportunity. Because that takes guts, that takes risk, that takes believing in yourself. That's lion stuff. So just understand, that's what it's going to take. Are you spending time today preparing for those opportunities so when they show up in your world, you're ready to pounce? Go make it a great day.